One of the more iconic parts of Fable has always been how your character looked, based on the choices you make. Grow horns if you're evil, glow with a halo if you're good. You didn't need a menu, Albion told you who you were. But with this Fable reboot, that system is gone and fans are left somewhat divided. So today, let's talk about what's changed, why Playground Games has made this decision, and whether this actually hurts or helps Fable in the long run. Quick one before we dive in: if you enjoy breakdowns of RPGs like Fable and upcoming Xbox and PlayStation games, please do consider subscribing. There's a lot more coverage coming and it really helps the channel. In the original Fable games, morality was quite simple but incredibly effective. Your choices pushed you towards good or evil, and the game made that clearly visible. NPCs reacted differently to you, your character physically changed, and the further you leaned into one side, the more exaggerated it became. For a lot of players, that visual feedback was what made Fable Fable. You didn't just roleplay a hero or a villain, you became one. It was theatrical, over the top, and unapologetically silly at times, and that's why it worked. So what's changing in the reboot? According to Playground Games, the reboot is moving away from a binary good versus evil system. There are no horns, no halo, no global morality bar. Instead, the new Fable will use a reputation-based system. Different towns and regions will judge you differently based on what you do whilst you're there. So you could be celebrated as a hero in one town and absolutely despised in another. The idea behind this is that morality isn't universal and Albion shouldn't treat it that way. The developers have explained that the old system didn't fit the kind of world they're trying to build now. If morality is subjective, then tying it to a single visual transformation stops making sense. Rather than the game telling you, hey, this is good or this is evil, Albion reacts to how people feel about you. That means consequences are more personal. Your reputation becomes something you live with, not just a meter you fill. On paper, it's a much deeper and more grounded approach to this mechanic. All of that said, the concern from fans is completely understandable. Fable has always been exaggerated, theatrical, and at times, quite frankly, ridiculous. The horns and the halo weren't realistic, they were symbolic. Some fans worry this change makes Fable feel more generic, others feel it removes a defining visual identity the series was well known for. And honestly, that's a fair concern. Fable should feel distinct. Here's the important part: Playground Games has repeatedly said that the British humour is still central to the Fable story. We've already seen sarcastic NPC dialogue, absurd reactions, and yes, the chicken kicking is obviously part of the game. What we haven't seen yet is the full comedy side, those vulgar emotes, deliberately annoying NPCs, and the playful mischief that classic fans loved. And that's likely because this first showcase focused more on the systems than the tone. So is dropping good versus evil a mistake? That entirely depends on the execution. If the new reputation system truly makes Albion feel alive, if NPCs remember you, react to you, treat you differently based on where you go, then this could be the most Fable has ever felt. But if the humour and personality don't shine through in future trailers, that's when the concern will become real. For now, this feels less like removing Fable's soul and more like reimagining it for a new generation. Let me know what you think in the comments. Will you miss the horns and the halo, or are you open to a more nuanced system? And if you want ongoing Fable coverage as we get close to launch, gameplay breakdowns, news, and deep dives, make sure you're subscribed and I'll keep you covered. Thanks as ever for watching, and I will see you guys again soon.